right, let's do it. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm really happy you're here. Chief Caring Officer Dale Byrne from Carmel Cares, thank you for joining us. Unsung Heroes. Today is Friday, the 16th of September, middle of September already. Pretty incredible.
It's hard to believe.
Yeah, where'd the rest of the year go? I want to talk about a couple of quick things, announcements that I have for the benefit of the public, and then I want you to be able to take all the time you need to talk about what you and your fine group of volunteers do for the village. So just real briefly, today is the annual Carmel High School Homecoming Parade at 4 o'clock. It's a long parade. They go all the way down Ocean, and then they go back up Ocean. So it's actually a very short parade. That was kind of supposed to be a joke. Tomorrow, obviously, is our 59th annual Sandcastle Contest, the Great Sandcastle Contest. It's on the beach, obviously, between 10th and 12th. Judging begins at noon and awards at 2 p.m. Please show up. I'll be there. My daughter will be there. My wife will be there. And then there are some special events private events this weekend, so don't be alarmed. There's an event, a special event approved, about 80 people on the beach. They'll be making sure that they clean up after themselves. And then tomorrow at Devendorf Park, about 70 people will be present for about 15 minutes in the morning to start the scavenger hunt. So that's what I have, sir. Welcome, and again, just our profound thanks for everything you do for the village. We could not do it without you, literally. So please take it away, sir.
Thank you, Chip. So when I retired in 2009, I never thought that I would end up heading up a community engagement organization in one of the most beautiful places in the world. Sarah Davis.
Your microphone is on, right? There's a little dim light.
Oh. Yes.
Great, thanks.
So you want me to start? Yeah.
Nope.
Okay, we're good.
We just roll.
Okay, so Sarah Davis calls it the community garden, and basically it's a 1 square mile community garden. And when COVID hit, we decided to get involved with Public Works. It was wonderful that Bob Harari saw the vision of what we were going to do and has been an amazing partner ever since. So it's been 2 years, over 2 years. It was July of 2020 that we started.
Wow.
I never anticipated having an actual corporation. It was just a virtual group, but we incorporated in October, so we're about to celebrate our second year as an official California 501c3. We've had some pretty big milestones along the way. I'm just going to cover a couple of them and also introduce, although they're not here, some of our incredible leaders that really make this happen. The first group that I'm going to talk about is the Scenic Pathway Restoration Group. It's headed up by Shirley Moon. All of the main leaders in this organization, we work 7 days a week. We really never stop because we love what we're doing. Shirley heads up a group, and I've got a list of all the people here that are on her group, but let me just mention some of the first names. Allison, Tina, Paul, Jackie, Sid, Chris, Anastasia, Jerry, Carol, Mary, Lenore, Diana, Charlie, Pete, Nadine, myself, and David. It's amazing. Every Wednesday for 102 straight weeks, Shirley gets up at 6:30 in the morning, puts out cones. The gardeners, they're professional gardeners, 3 of them, the same ones the entire time, show up at 7:30. They work till 12:30. Volunteers start showing up at 8 o'clock. Typically, they work for about an hour, hour and a half. Each of them has a task. It's a very disciplined organization. And then they finish at 12:30. Shirley goes and picks up the cones. They start at 8th Avenue. They go all the way to Martin, not necessarily in that order. But she really deserves a round of applause if we could do that, because it has been astounding what she's done there. And it's because of her diligent efforts. She's very passionate, and her entire group is passionate. So good for you, Shirley, for making that happen.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
The next person that's really come on in the last 6 months, really, she's been working with us for about a year, but Janice Bradner, I'm sure a lot of you have seen her out there with her Buttmobile. She started out becoming famous for picking up over 60,000 cigarette butts downtown and recycling them through Tetracycle. But she's done a lot more than that. She now heads up our pickup posse downtown, which is about 40 strong now. It may be more because she does the onboarding, and I don't necessarily see all of them. She also heads up the tag team with Paul. What's Paul's last name? I'm not going to think of it. Paul is on the volunteer police department. He's like the premier volunteer in town. He does everything, CERT, you name it. But Janice heads up the tag team, cctagteam@gmail.com if you find any tags or stickers around town, and they fix it within 24 hours. The other thing that Janice is now doing is the downtown detail team. Every weekend, and sometimes during the week, there are now 5 ladies who get out and they bump out a garden area downtown, tree wells, and they renovate it. Plants, right now they're planting succulents, but long-term we have bigger plans for different things. She's also now going out and buying some pots, and they're gonna be putting them out at key places around town in tree wells. And they work hard. Last Saturday, they somehow roped me into helping them out, and after making 4 truckloads of refuse from their project they were working on, I had to take it to Public Works. I was sweating, and they're working hard, and good for them, and the group is growing, so that's pretty exciting as well. So we're going to be participating in the community engagement event. I think it has a different name, but Chip and I couldn't remember what it was.
Yeah, next week.
And come by and see us. Janice and Shirley and I and some others of us will be there. And we're going to be giving out free fun buckets. You might see the pickup posse ladies around town with these blue buckets, but we made some special fun buckets. And if you come by, we'll show you some really innovative uses for this fun bucket. And I'm going to give this one to Chip.
Thank you.
He's the first one to get a fun bucket.
I appreciate it. Yeah, we've given away a lot of our pickers. Of course, we bought the bargain pickers.
Yeah.
You have the good ones, but people ask me where we got them, and I give them away. And real briefly, when I got back here 7 or 8 years ago, we created an Adopt a Tree Well program, and where we'll supply the plants. If someone can just commit to, removing some debris, periodically weeding and putting some water in there, even coffee water, as long as it's not hot. But we didn't get a lot of takers, so hopefully the work that Mrs. Bradner's doing downtown will stimulate some more interest. But I can't thank you enough for everything you do. One of my biggest fears is always forgetting a particular volunteer group. But you've cornered the market on the work that you do, sir. And I'm just, on behalf of the council and our team and the entire village, thank you. Sincere thank you.
Thank you. It couldn't happen if we weren't a city support group and we got the support of Public Works. I could name off every single person in Public Works. They've become good friends. Yeah. I'm sometimes there 3-4 times a week. And many people might not know, we've had 72 one-hour Zoom sessions with Public Works, the entire leadership. Sometimes Brad is there, sometimes Chief Ward, depending on the subjects. And they're amazing, they're fun. And we presented over 1,800 Google Slides in those 72 meetings. So we're pretty proud of that. And it's a good documentation of what's happened and how we've done this.
Yeah, I think that maybe next year we again apply for a Ruth Freeland Award for volunteerism. I mean, we've got volunteers in the library. We've got volunteers at our sibling agencies at Sunset Center. Obviously the PD with CERT and the white shirts. I mean, it's really a very volunteer-centric community, which is wonderful. And we will be celebrating that by developing a database so that when people move here or all of a sudden they have some interest, they can come to a central location on the city site and say, I'm interested in X, Y, or Z, and we can hook them up with a Carmel Cares or, an outside agency or someone within the city. So
yes, and I'd like to thank the council for authorizing the city to hire a liaison. Yeah. And Tom Ford, I'd like to call him out because he's doing an amazing job of working with us. Almost every day we work with him now. Yeah, Tom Ford, our administrative analyst, he's great. He's very approachable. And he's the liaison. It's not a coordinator. It's a liaison. It's someone to work collaboratively with our volunteer groups. So thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm sure we're boring my mother to death. But thank you again. And you know how we sign these off? Take good care.